In order to determine if friction can be used to restrain equipment, it's important to understand exactly what friction is. Static friction is the resistance to initiating motion, and sliding friction is the resistance to continued motion. Both are dependent on the type and roughness of the material in contact, and are directly proportional to the normal force. The force we want to resist is either seismic or wind load. While the seismic code does not exclude the use of friction due to clamping forces such as beam clamps, the use of friction due to dead loads is explicitly forbidden. Even in the cases of clamping friction, the devices should be tested, have published load ratings, and be certified for the particular project they are being used for. The code has load combinations with wind and dead loads that reduce the dead load. This in turn reduces the vertical force and the frictional resistance to horizontal forces. Between the combination of the reduced dead load and the vertical wind load, many large components start off with a very small or even zero vertical force with an associated reduction or elimination of frictional resistance to horizontal wind loads applied simultaneously. The use of friction to resist horizontal wind loads on mechanical roof or outdoor grade mounted equipment is often impossible or impractical. Ductwork is simply too light per frontal area to practically restrain with ballasted supports. Small piping close to the roof deck may have loads low enough that ballasted supports can resist the wind loads without excessive dead loads on the structure, but larger pipe elevated above the roof deck, and multiple pipes on the same support run into the same problem as ductwork. The weight needed for ballast may exceed the roof's capacity. Friction forces due to dead load to resist seismic loads are explicitly prohibited by all versions of the IBC code, while the use of friction is not specifically excluded for the resistance to wind loads. Reductions in dead load and vertical wind forces due to code requirements make frictional resistance to wind loads for mechanical equipment impractical. Distributed duct systems, even close to the roof, have too little weight versus frontal area for frictional resistance. Frictional resistance may be possible for small single pipes close to the structure, but ballast loads must be evaluated by the project structural engineer. For help with your project, visit our website or contact a Viscoma member today.